test, mic test. Is that on?
Testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3. Yep.
Oh my gosh, I lost my thingy again.
It's right in between your toes.
You lost your thingy, yes. I don't know what that means, but okay.
No, I'm trying to figure it out here.
I
lost the
picture.
Do I have it on backwards or something?
No.
Did you see the picture?
Yes.
That is great.
No time to think.
The dog's driving. No time he's playing get in the truck.
That's cute. That's
That-
very cute.
I like that one.
Testing.
That's the same dog that used to be on Hee Haw, I think. You know?
I think you're still on, Ken.
Yeah, I am.
We're not on yet.
We're not live.
And now, another exciting episode of As the River Churns.
We're here.
We are.
We're live.
We're here.
Yes, it's been over a month.
We're live, too.
Yes, we
A
are.
live studio audience. We have 3 very brave souls in front of us that are here.
Well, it's a perfect balance. We have 3 up here, 3 out there.
You're right.
Yes,
You're
that's
right.
true. They've all picked one to throw things at too. Have you noticed that? They apparently they've got that figured out already. So, well, I don't think we've had a show since before Christmas, right?
No, we haven't. It's over a month.
Wow.
This
a
will be
long
the-
time for
This
us.
will be the best show of the year.
It will be.
Yes. We're setting the bar right now.
Yes.
You know what's? I don't know if this is good or bad, Lisa, but we're almost at 3 years of doing this. We
That's
started in
crazy to
March
think of.
20, didn't we?
Yes.
Was it March of 20 that we did.
We
our
did.
First show?
Boy, and in the beginning, we were doing a show a day.
Yeah, remember that That didn't last too long.
We're like, we
Take
can't
that.
keep this up.
The residents started really complaining when we were doing it once a day. They were tired of seeing us. So,
Yeah, at least we didn't do reruns.
That's right. That's true. Although we do have our favorites. One of these days we'll have to do a favorite show.
favorite
right?
show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've talked about that before,
Yep.
but oh well.
Yep.
January 24th.
Yeah.
We're almost to the
Almost to
end of January.
February. It's
Yeah.
crazy.
I know. I know. And no snow so far.
Nope. Knock on wood. Where's the wood?
I got it over here.
Okay.
Yeah. I know the residents probably like the snow, but we don't like the snow because the snow creates a lot of problems for
Because we have to clean it up.
operationally.
It's a
operationally,
selfish reason.
Yeah, operationally it's a pain in the
Yes.
So Ken, how are you doing?
I'm very good.
You are?
Had a great holiday,
Yeah.
and I'm glad we're pushing on through winter. You know, once I get to February,
Yeah.
I go,
You
I
start
can
to,
hold on
yeah.
one more month.
Yep. And have you noticed the days getting like
Yes,
it's lighter?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yes, I notice it.
Yeah.
I think
That's
I've
pretty
mentioned
cool
this
too.
before, but Scooter and I always look forward to December 22nd because that's the day. 21st and 22nd is the day when you have the shortest day as far as daylight, and then
Yep.
it starts going the other way
Right,
the day
right.
after that. So
And you can start to really see it now because
Yeah.
it's close to 6 o'clock
Yeah.
before.
yeah,
So that's good.
maybe we're not too far away from spring. You know, last year we had a relatively early spring, if I remember right. So we had stuff blooming in late February last
Yep.
year.
I've
Yep,
had
that's right.
daffodils pop up in January
Really?
in my yard. Yeah, get a
Yeah.
little warm spell, and up they come.
And you're like, oh, go back down.
No.
So you're lucky. The only thing pops in my yard is weeds. That's it. That's it. I don't get daffodils
I got
popping in
those
my
too.
yard.
Yeah,
so.
well, the rain's done that. Whew.
Well, that was a great picture. by
It
the
was.
way.
Yep.
Michelle, that was a really good. That was a good find.
Good choice.
Yeah, I love that. So, all right. Should we start out with trivia?
Okay,
today?
trivia. So this is it's a 1920s trivia from Dick Witt
Oh, good.
because we've started our anniversary year. So
Yes.
each month we have a different decade. So this is the 1920s.
And we have a bottle of wine from 1922 for the winter.
We do.
We've been keeping it a while. yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are you sure you're reading that right?
No, I'm sorry.
Is it
No,
2022?
yeah, I'm sorry.
Oh, Oh, 2022. Yeah, that would make more sense. Okay.
Oh, okay, so the winner will get this wonderful bottle of wine. You're going to call Michelle at 336-389-4103 if you know the answer.
Ah.
So the question is, in 1926, U.S. Route 66 was created, and it ran between which two cities?
Route
In
66.
Route 66, in 1926, Route 66 was created, and it ran between which two cities? The phone line is open.
Okay.
You know, that was a song. It was a song about Route 66, right?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Trying to remember who was the singer of that. Who was the singer of that did that? It'll come to me later. But had a great voice.
Yes.
I can't remember his name.
That can be trivia question for next week.
Yeah, there you go.
Sure, it could.
It'll come to me. Nat King Cole.
Oh,
Nat King Cole did
okay.
Route 66, I'm pretty sure. So, all right,
Okay,
updates.
time for updates.
Updates.
Yes.
Updates.
we always start with COVID, Tom.
We always start.
Maybe
with
we should put it at
COVID.
the end or just change it up.
Yeah.
I say get it over with.
Get it over with.
Get it over
Just
with.
get it done.
So I think we're on this pattern where we're always gonna have a couple cases of COVID, I think, and that's what we are now. It seemed like it was heading up at the holidays. We had a week or two where it kind of like we didn't see much of
Right,
anything, and now
right. And then-
we got a little bit now again,
Right.
and so we got some residents. I think we got some healthcare residents that
do.
are working past it, and
Yep.
a couple healthcare staff members that have gotten it and are working past it, and it just.
And we did have a question from one of our independent living residents that said, why don't we put no visitors allowed in healthcare whenever we have, some COVID cases?
Yeah.
We legally can't do
Yeah,
that
that's-
anymore.
no, we
That
can't.
Yes. Yep.
Yeah, all that regulation, all
That
that
stuff
about
changed.
Visitation law is all dictated not by us
Right,
anymore.
right.
That's really
Yeah.
dictated by.
And for a while, we could say no visitors.
We could.
But now that's we're not allowed to do that.
That's correct.
So,
Yeah.
yep.
Yeah, so we have to follow.
So just
the
wanted to
rules and
clarify that
regulations
for residents.
just a quick little comment about that. We are the highest regulated. The nursing side of our operation is one of the highest regulated in the country as far as just rules and regulations. We're right up there with the Nuclear Regulatory Commission as far as
Right.
how much rules and regulations that apply to us. So, a lot of the things that we do on the healthcare center side are not really us doing that. That's just us following the rules and regulations
Right.
that we have.
Yep.
Sorry, I have an itch on my leg, and so I keep.
Full disclosure here.
Yeah, I know, right? All right, so
Just
COVID.
don't do anything rash.
I know.
I love it. Do we have a winner, Michelle? We do.
All right.
Okay.
All right, we have a winner.
We have a winner.
Well, you talked about the Great Gatsby part about
Yes.
the fact that we're doing 1920s.
20th anniversary, our first event to kick it off.
Yeah, and it's going to be fun. I think
gonna be
I'm
great.
hearing quite a few people that are getting dressed up for the event
Yes.
on
Yes. We've heard from
Thursday.
several residents that
Yeah.
have ordered costumes and
Yeah.
maybe headpieces and all that good stuff. So it should be a fun night. So we encourage you to dress up for it.
And we got several staff members that are getting.
We
dressed
do.
up,
We
too,
do.
So we know
Yep.
that. So
Absolutely.
it should be a fun night. It should be a pretty cool. We're gonna.
Yep.
Matter of fact, I think we're gonna shut down a little earlier on
We are.
Thursday
Yep.
for
Yep.
lunch, so that we have time to decorate for
Right.
Thursday evening, right?
And we anticipate there won't be as many out for lunch, but at the clubhouse and the Water's Edge, we are going to close at 1:30 instead of 2 o'clock, just to help us start prepping for that evening night. And it is party foods again, so it's going to be a good party and complimentary. So you can't beat that. Party foods and it's complimentary.
Yeah.
So you want to come for sure.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to the speakeasy myself. I think that'll be
Yes.
fun. So
Yes.
yeah, that'll be good.
Yep.
Now the little rubber thing in your toilet tank that opens and closes.
Yeah.
It's called a flapper.
Oh, is that what you're wearing?
Yeah. So I thought I'd bring one of those.
You'd bring one of those.
Yeah, I don't think that's
not-
quite what that meant.
Oh.
The meaning of a flapper was
Oh,
back in the
okay.
20s.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh well.
I don't know what they would have called that back in the 20s. If they even had that back in the 20s, I don't even know. But
but we're gonna have a lot of fun.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm really
That's
looking forward
Thursday
to
night.
Thursday night.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be
Yep.
a really good time. So, dining
Okay,
updates.
we have a lot of dining updates.
Yes, we do. Wow.
So the one we've had out on Care Merge, Danae was officially promoted. So that was exciting news, and we've had a lot of positive feedback about that. So I know everybody was excited for us to make a decision on that. So she's been doing a great job, and she has many more great things to come. We almost have to tell her to slow down a little bit,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
She's so excited; she wants to do them all.
It was fun watching her cook.
It
Yeah,
was,
it really
wasn't
was
it?
great.
That was
Yeah.
a lot of fun.
Yep.
Her and Jeremy. So,
Yep. So she's already tried some different things up there. Music bingo. They had that one night up there, and that went over great. Some trivia nights, Wheel of Fortune. So she's just trying out different things to see what can draw some business up there, and she's very creative with that. So we love to see that, and so a lot of good things to come. The express lunch has been going super. So I think,
Yeah.
Ken, have you tried it yet?
I have not done the express
You
lunch.
need to try the
I
express
know, I'm in a
lunch.
bistro rut. I've got
Are
to
you?
break out of
You
it.
need to go up to the clubhouse. So, it's all the meals have been
Yes.
great. We haven't had a bad one yet. I mean, there was just
no, we've
amazing
we've
food.
enjoyed it. They
Yes.
see
It's
us more
quick.
up at the clubhouse in the last month and a half than probably they saw
Yes.
us for the last year and a half up there, I think.
And they're
so.
probably like, "Stop coming!"
But it's been good. I mean, we
It
love
has. It is quick.
Well, and it's
Great environment up there.
depending on which meal you're getting, it's a
Yeah.
lot of food. I mean,
Yes. Enchiladas yesterday.
yeah, that was
That was great.
Yeah.
So just good stuff up there. So if you haven't tried it, make sure you try it. And if you live down here in the main building, just let the front desk know, and they can arrange a shuttle for you. So you don't even have to walk or drive up there.
Yeah,
So very convenient.
it's nice going up there at lunch and seeing a lot
is.
of residents up there
Yes.
utilizing it. So
Absolutely.
yeah, it's been really good. You know, one thing we probably need to talk about there is that, you know, when we first started this, the first week we were doing everything out of chafing dishes and
Right.
letting residents kind of get their own food and everything. And then our inspector came in and didn't like the fact that we were doing
No.
it that way and said that the only way we could do it was to set up a permanent station, which meant having to take a part of the dining room and creating an area and having the way to be able to drain the actual holding tank. And
Right.
and we just decided, I don't think we really want to do that. So this is the next best thing was to be able to try and put out at the hostess station at the clubhouse, you know, what the meal was going to be
Right.
for the express lunch, so people
Yep.
can see it. Because I think sometimes people need to just
Yeah,
see what they're
visually,
going to be
yep.
eating.
Right.
And you know, it's not perfect. I'd be the first one to say it, but it's better than not being able to see it at all.
Right,
And so
right.
I think it's worked out okay.
Yep, I think so too.
Staff up there said it's worked out pretty good.
Yep.
So
And our numbers are showing it's
yeah,
doing
we're,
well.
we're getting really good
So,
numbers.
Yep, so that's good.
So I might go up at the end of lunch someday and see how much they'd sell me the display meal for. Probably discounted, don't you think?
They probably give it to you.
Yeah.
at the- by the
It
end of
should
the-
be discounted. Oh, since
Yeah.
it sits out the whole lunch service.
It's well preserved, so you might be
Okay.
okay, Karen.
Oh.
Okay.
Might be okay.
One other thing Donna's working on is a Sunday brunch menu. So she's coming up with a special menu, and it would just be used on Sunday, that menu. And part of it is there will be an action station every Sunday.
So Ken, you can be the action up there. Okay.
Okay.
So
What is an action station?
that's a
Well,
great question.
it could be, and I think it will be, an omelet station. So you come up. One of our studio audiences is saying juggling.
Juggling, yes.
Juggling could be an action station.
Throwing omelets in the air.
mean-
Maybe that's what he was doing, throwing omelets
could
in the air.
be.
I don't know. Pancakes, you know, whatever.
Pancakes, maybe it's a breakfast burrito, all different kinds. So some type of action station will be one of the items available on the Sunday brunch menu. And she's currently aiming for February 12th to be the first Sunday, but we will put out more information as we get closer to that, once we confirm everything.
We know our residents like the omelets, especially when
Absolutely.
they're made right in front of you there. I think there's
Absolutely, and you
something
just
cool
get to
about
pick your
that, so,
items, and
Yeah, so.
so yeah, I think that will go over very well.
Maybe
But
somebody who's good with knives can, twirl them. That would not be good
No,
for me
that's
to
not a
try.
good idea. I don't know
No,
about that one.
no.
So.
Also up in the clubhouse, this has already been out in your boxes and on Care Merge. There's a special Italian 5-course wine dinner for Valentine's Day. Wines will be paired with each course. Reservations close on February 3rd or sooner if all spots are taken. So we've already had a good response to this, so if you do want to do it, you would want to call very soon, because once the spots are taken, it gets closed.
So Lisa, is this a liquid dinner then? You're only drinking wine? Is that what I understand?
Well, some people might want it that way.
Okay, I got it.
But it's wine paired with your food.
Oh.
So it should be a nice experience. And the meal is $60, and there probably isn't many restaurants you could go to and get a Valentine meal for $60 with the 5-course meal and the wines. And because there is alcohol as part of this event, we cannot use dining dollars.
Right.
So that's one thing. I want to make sure we're clear with that. But once again, to go out to a restaurant and get a Valentine meal like that, I think it's a great price. In the Wayfarer, they're also going to do a special Valentine's Day dinner as well and open it up to so many people. And so information is going to be coming out on that very soon, but just want to throw that out there, that there will be a special Valentine's in the Wayfarer restaurant. Water's Edge just rolled out their new 5-week menu for Saturday night buffets. You need to try that out. They had some really good options. They had changed up the whole rotation and all new buffet nights, so give it a try. As Ken was saying, the Iron Chef competition, that went amazing.
Yeah, that was fun.
We even had, guests come in, the fire department. I mean, it really wasn't planned, but it just worked right into the show.
It really did.
It
was
did.
Not, yeah, let's make it clear. It was not
It was not planned.
It was not, there was people that were really giving us a lot of credit
There
for thinking of
was.
trying to invite the fire department to come in.
There was.
That was not part of the...
It was not. It was not. We're not that clever. We're clever,
Close.
but we're not that
Close, but
clever.
Not that much. We didn't think of that one.
We didn't, but it was a great option.
But I will admit that the fire department did come down the elevator and like, we don't want to go in there. We don't want to go in there. And I went, oh no, you got to go in.
gotta
You
come
gotta
in.
go see where that fire is coming from. And so
Oh,
they were funny.
I think next time we should invite them, and maybe one of them could be the guest judge or something even.
Maybe so, yeah.
I think that'd be fun.
Yeah, they wouldn't
So,
be upset about that. So.
Yep, and then they're already here just in case. So we'll be ready for them next time.
Yeah, if you serve food to a fireman, you want to make sure it's smoking. You really do. Otherwise, they won't eat it. Yeah.
So of course, congratulations to Jeremy. He did a super job. Also, Jeremy has done a special meal in the bistro, which we got rave reviews on
Okay.
for the few people that attended it.
Yeah.
And he's going to do another one in February, so be watching for the advertisement. He didn't advertise a whole lot with the first one
Yeah.
because he was a little nervous about his first one doing it. So I think he had maybe 7 or 8 people. But now that people have heard how well it went over,
Yeah.
they're going to sign up for it, I'm sure. So be watching for that, because when that comes out, I think there's only going to be 10 or 12 spots available. So it's the first 10 or 12 people.
Jeff, I'll talk to Jeremy as well. He's planning on trying to do another Iron Chef. He wants to maybe do one maybe every quarter or something like that, which I think would be fun.
Yeah.
I thought it was enjoyable to
Yep.
watch that.
Yep. No, that was great. Very good. We also have some future bistro repairs on some flooring and millwork issues, things like that, kind of behind the scene areas. So there may be some times that we have to change up our operations a little bit, but we'll let you know that. But just know that there is some things coming that we do have to do some repairs on. Also, the bistro team is working on getting out a survey related to the grab-and-go area. Every few years, we typically put out a survey. These are the items we offer in that cooler area, and then we ask for you to give us feedback. We'll have you choose 5 out of a certain category, maybe 3 out of a certain category, yogurts, drinks, different things like that. And that helps us determine what maybe we can rotate out, new items that we can put in, and that just helps with us to be able to do that. Also, one more thing just to mention, you all know with the price of certain foods like eggs, things like that, we're going to have to do some adjustments in our grab-and-go area at some point here.
Yeah.
Eggs are ridiculous if anyone has gone out. When you pay $5 for a dozen eggs, that's a deal right now.
Yeah, I was going to say if you can get them for $5.
Yeah, so I mean, it's just stuff like that we have to adjust to keep up. That's going to be more of market price, grab-and-go area needs to be reflecting market price.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
I think we're going to decorate potatoes for Easter this year.
we may have to. We may have to because it's crazy.
Yep. This
So, yep. Okay, parking lot, Tom.
Parking lot.
Yes. Let's talk
My
about the parking lot,
favorite subject.
which we've been talking about for several months now.
Yeah.
Parking lot behind here, behind the multipurpose room.
Yeah, so I mean, obviously that's still in the works.
Yep.
It's just, I've stopped giving an estimate as to when it's going to happen because it's just taking too long. It's just taking a while to get it through the city of High Point and
Right.
through. I think I mentioned last time we had to hire a civil engineer to come in and help us with some of it. So,
Yep.
I'd like to sit here and tell you we're going to try and do it sometime in the next 30 days, but I'd be lying because I don't know that yet
Right,
at this point.
right.
So we're hoping that we're going to get some information soon, that we're going to have gotten it through the city of High Point. And once we get it through the city of High Point, then it's just a matter of really just bidding it out to a couple places that we know are interested in doing it
Right,
and getting it
right.
done. But it's going to be a great lot when it's
Yeah,
all said and
yep,
done. It's
yep.
going to take care of that whole area in the back now where you see gravel
Right,
and that kind of
right.
stuff. And we're using it, several staff members are parking
Yep.
back there now to try and free up spots out of the front and out of the Pinehurst parking
Yep,
lot. So
yep.
we've got several staff members that are parking back there now. But it's going to be about 26 additional spots and another 12 golf cart spots. So it's
Yeah.
going to be great
It's
when
gonna
it's
be
done.
great.
We just got to get it done and
Yep.
just,
Yep.
just sometimes things take forever
Right.
to do.
So there's that old adage about it's easier to ask for forgiveness than permission. but
Yeah.
That doesn't
Yes.
really work with the city, does
It
it?
doesn't work very well, although I tell you, I've been tempted here about this, especially with this. But I really never thought that it would take this long to
Yeah.
just get
Right,
approvals
right.
to go ahead and do a small little parking lot like that. But
Yep.
there's a lot of what people don't know is there's a lot of moving parts to it, and we just got to get all the parts
Yep.
moving in the right direction.
And it is a paved lot. Somebody was wondering if we were going to use a gravel
Oh
type
yeah, no, it's
lot,
not going to
and
be gravel.
it's
It'll be a paved lot. It'll look just like any of our other lots. when
It'll
it's
just
all said
connect
and
to
done.
the current lot that's back there.
That's
at
correct, yeah.
Pinehurst.
The Pinehurst lot will kind of actually be redone a little bit, and so it'll look like one continuous big lot back there is what it's going to look like when it's all said and done.
If it were gravel, every time Homer pulled out, he'd be spewing rocks
Oh,
everywhere. You know
yeah,
how
gosh.
you-
we'll be replacing windows and everything else.
That's true. You're right.
Homer, what was his name? Homer what?
Honey cakes?
Honey cakes, yeah,
was
that's
honey
right.
cakes.
I forgot
That was the loving term that
Honorary.
Wiz Horner gave him.
Honorary mention.
Yes,
yes.
yes.
Yes, I think that was Brick Mason. I don't think that was Wiz Horner.
Okay,
so-
it was not Wiz Horner.
Yeah.
Yep, that's true. Also, the light outage that we had has finally been repaired.
Yeah.
So Duke has been out here, and it was an underground break somewhere
Yeah.
that had caused the whole outage from, Calvin Court area back through Glen Eagles. So they were able to repair that, so.
Well, and just being a little bit more specific about
Mm-hmm.
it, I think there was 3 actual areas that were issues. And so when they came out in, what was that, early December, and
Mm-hmm.
I think they fixed 2 of the issues. One was a transformer and one was something else that was going on. They closed the ticket thinking they had solved the whole problem, and nobody from there looked to see if the actual lights in the back were working or not, and they weren't. So, what frustrated us a little bit was that we had to reopen a whole new ticket, and then it was like, okay, well, we
Now
got
you wait
2
10 more
weeks until we
days.
have the
Yep.
first group come out and look at it
Yeah.
again. And I'm like, you all closed the ticket out too soon. We should get some extra. Anyway, I'll spare you some of the details, but thankfully,
Yeah.
they
Yep.
have come out and fixed it now.
Yep.
So hopefully we're in good shape.
Yep.
with that.
Update on the door by the beauty salon and the locker room area, that door that has not been locking. Kevin has been waiting on replacement parts, and he's been waiting months for those. So finally, he was notified that we no longer can get those parts. So, so now he did order a whole new door mechanism to be able to do the opening and closing.
Yes.
So he's hoping that within the next month, we'll be able to have an install opportunity.
Yeah, I think part of the problem is
So-
that door was supposed to be under warranty, and it just.
Yeah.
Yep. So we were waiting for the parts to come in, and it
Yep.
just,
And
all of a
then,
sudden now they say they can't get the parts.
Right,
So we
right.
just had to go a different direction, and so we're gonna go a different direction and get it
yep,
fixed.
absolutely. So that's been ordered, and hopefully will be here within the month, so. Okay. Some staffing updates. Let's see. Since the last show, we hired Ariel, who is in resident life. She took Sydney's old position. So she's been a great addition to have. So if you haven't met her yet, stop in and say hello. She's our contact person right now with some of the spectrum issues, so that's why I thought it was important that we highlight Ariel today.
You'll get called a lot then.
She will get called a lot. So she's helping us with that spectrum transition, which I'll go into in just a few minutes. But any other staffing updates that you want to share?
Yeah, well, first of all, it's Cindy, Sydney, and
I
Ariel,
know.
right?
Yes.
Cindy and Sydney. I mean,
One of them should change
say
their
that 3
name.
times really fast, right?
Which one should change?
I don't know, but I wanted to call her Sid, but she won't let me.
She
do
won't
that.
go with
So
that.
she doesn't
No,
like that name.
no.
So I
Yeah,
don't
you
know
can't
what-
call Cindy Sin
Sin?
either.
No,
She won't allow
she
that.
won't like that either.
No.
No. So I think we're stuck with Cindy and Sydney, and you got to
And you really have to pronounce it when you say it.
Yes.
Ariel's much easier to say.
It
So I'm
is.
just going to say
It
Ariel
is.
from now on. So
Yep.
to me that's a lot easier. But yeah, I had told Lisa I wanted to point out, this is good news. This is really good news. We really have, back in September, October, even into November, we were struggling a little bit with staffing again, trying to get staffing numbers where they needed to be, and we have overcome that now. So we're at the level now of staffing that we were prior to the pandemic. So for the first time, really, in my opinion, the first time since the pandemic, we're back to what I would call normal staffing turnover. So we always
Right.
are going to have
Always gonna
some
have
positions
positions.
that are turning over for whatever reason.
That's right.
But it's more typical now. Our orientations are, 3, 4, 5, 6 people each week, as
Right.
opposed to, for a while there, we were doing 15 to 20 people we
Yeah.
were bringing in each week,
Yes.
just trying to catch up a little
And
bit.
people were going out as quick as coming in. I mean, it was that kind of
Yeah.
rotation.
And so, we really, Lisa and I were commenting about this, we really have picked up some really good staff members recently. Not that we didn't have great staff members before or anything else, I'm not trying to think about that, but, a lot of times back when we were really hurting for staff members, the door going out of River Landing was as wide open as the door
Yep.
coming into River Landing. And so we were getting a lot of people that were just
Maybe-
kind of coming in and going right
Yeah,
out the door.
and maybe
again.
not the best fit.
Well, it's not just
So-
not the best fit, or they were not coming, they weren't really ready for what they
Right,
were going to get
right.
here. Now I feel like we're just getting a
Right.
much more acclimated type person coming
Absolutely.
in that's going to
Yep.
hopefully stay with us a lot longer. So I'm excited about that. So I think some staffing perception. I better knock wood on that one too.
I
right?
know. Gosh.
So okay.
Okay. Spectrum. So information went out last week related to the property Wi-Fi upgrade. So hopefully I gave you enough information there to give you an idea of what's coming. So we have some deadlines where we have to turn in email addresses. So I did ask if anybody does not have an email yet, make sure you get with Ariel. She can help you set up one. So that's still the case. We have a couple more days before we have to send off the list. But with the new Spectrum Wi-Fi upgrade, we have to have an email for every home that's here. So if you need help with that, make sure you call Ariel. There'll be a go-live date, which they anticipate, that date I put in the letter, which I believe was February 20th. They anticipate that being our go-live date, because once they do some changes to our Wi-Fi network, then there's a testing period where they try it out to make sure it's working the way it's supposed to work. And in the end, they're telling us it will be easier to connect devices than it is right now. Right now, if you get a new technology device, you have to find the MAC address and all these different things, where now you will have a passphrase of an address to get into and to be able to connect a new device. So I think for future, it probably will be easier. But we also know that what this means is that everyone's going to have to reconnect their devices. So all the devices you have at home will have to be reconnected to the new property Wi-Fi network. So there will be a group of us that will get training from Spectrum of how to help people set up those new connections, and we're also asking for volunteers if there's any residents that would be interested in helping with that. We're forming a group of volunteers as well as staff members to be able to help out residents with that transition. Once we go live, we'll have 2 weeks to be able to transition everyone. So more information is going to come out related to that, but the old network and the new network will all be running parallel for that 2 weeks. After the 2 weeks, we will know who is not transitioned. You will
Right.
not be able to get on, you won't have the internet access. But we're hoping with that 2-week period, we'll be able to get everyone transitioned. Because we know a lot of you as well, you're probably good at connecting devices. So we know that we probably won't have to go to every home to help with that. So that's more news to come on that. So continue to watch Care Merge and make sure you're checking your in-house box for updates as well. Because there will be a letter that comes out from Spectrum related to the changeover and how that will look, how you'll get your new passwords, all those kind of things. So more information to come. Furl, I have an update from Jim Kalaki.
Yeah, good.
So let me read that. The Free University of River Landing, Furl, work group, is pleased to announce that the spring series of Furl offerings will appear in the February issue of Encompass. There are 10 listings with topics as varied as Lego home tour and demonstration, to comedy and humor, what makes you laugh, to the history of golf at River Landing, and many more. So that's exciting.
Yeah.
So registration will commence at noon on Wednesday, February 8th, here in the multipurpose room, and will be available until February 16th. Everyone planning to participate is asked to register. It's important to get registered for the class so they know how many folks are coming. That also determines sometimes what room location. So we do try to find out ahead of time how many folks are coming for that. Kay Heflin and Jim Kalaki will be presenting a new River Landing conversation series starting at 3 p.m. Friday, February 3rd on channel 1390. First one is Chauncey Brown from The Water's Edge. Is the first guest, and the series will continue to air on Fridays at 3 o'clock through April 21st. That's a big undertaking.
Yeah,
That's a
it is.
lot of interviews to do. So
They've come a long way since their first one with you and I, Lisa.
Whew. They have come a long
I'm
way.
surprised it survived after that one.
I don't know
After
how
that,
it
just
did.
kinda-
And Michelle's just heightened it. Remember when she
Michelle's-
did it?
Michelle's,
It
yeah,
it
that's-
brought it up. It brought up the
This
ratings.
is the reason why it continues to have
Yep.
success. 'cause of
Yep.
Michelle, so.
The second annual River Landing Writing Competition will be accepting submissions until June 30th. Full details about this year's competition will be available at the beginning of May. Questions should be directed to the River Landing resident and competition coordinator, Walt Pilcher.
Very good.
Yes,
That was a pretty big update for Furl.
it was. Well, we haven't been on the show for
know.
a month.
Yes.
a lot going
And they have a
on.
lot going on.
We
do have a
do,
lot
we
going on.
do. Yep, a lot of great things.
We do have a lot going on, so.
Yeah.
Guess what time it is?
Yeah.
It's time for
Time for
10.
some groans and laughs.
Oh, yeah, I
right.
like it.
Laughs and groans. Okay, here we go. I'm opening a gym called Resolutions. I will have exercise equipment for the first 2 weeks, and then it turns into a wine bar for the rest of the year. That's my idea.
that's-
of a
there you
gym.
go.
Yeah. Well, I'll talk to Whitney about that.
You should.
Okay,
Oh,
I've lost my glasses in numerous places. I've
Yep.
never lost them in a loaf of bread.
I love it.
Yeah, that
Found
one's a
them.
little bit, I don't know about that one.
Yeah, I
right?
know. Yeah. Okay. Pulled a nose hair out today to see if it hurt. Judging by the screams of the guy asleep on the bus next to me, yes, it did.
Oh. That was pretty good.
Some people are just curious like that. Yeah. Oh, I love this one. NASCAR presents the Walmart 500. I hope that's 500 yards
Oh my gosh.
and not
Wow.
500 miles.
Oh my gosh, that's hysterical.
I'm sorry for the things my face said while you were talking.
That cat needed some mask.
Sometimes my face does that too.
Yep.
Yep.
Oh.
Keep calm and be crazy, laugh, love, and live it up because this is the oldest you've ever been and the youngest you'll ever be again.
Oh.
That's,
Oh.
that's what I heard the New Year's Eve party was like.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
I heard it was amazing.
Yeah, they had a good time.
Yep.
It's like,
Last.
When you run out of alcohol, you know it was a good party.
Yeah. 7.5 billion people on Earth, and somehow I'm the best driver. Doesn't everyone think that? That's hilarious.
Yep.
Yeah, we had a studio audience
Yeah.
member saying that they can identify with that. I was thinking the same thing. I get that. So.
My decision-making skills closely resembled that of a squirrel when crossing the street.
Oh my gosh.
Somebody's in big trouble.
Yes.
Somebody is in big trouble. Poor little squirrel brains just weren't big enough for cars.
Right,
It was
right.
Not big enough. I found that if you tuck one part of your pants leg into your sock, people expect less of me.
Oh my gosh. We'll have to try that one.
Yeah, and this is a similar one right here. Every once in a while, I go outside and run the vacuum cleaner over the driveway just to ensure that the neighbors never talk to me.
Oh my gosh.
You know, there is nobody that looks crazier than Jack Nicholson.
well, you're
I
not
agree.
kidding.
Yep. Yep.
Well, you could try that though. Run your vac on the driveway, see if it affects your social life.
That would be interesting to do that. I might have to try that at my house. one
Okay,
time,
yeah,
just for
I
the
think
fun
you
of it.
should, Tom, and then let us know.
Yeah, I'll
next
let you
time.
know.
Yeah. I bet jellyfish are sad that there are no peanut butter fish. But wouldn't that be great?
Yeah.
Don't let anyone else ruin your day. It's your day. Ruin it yourself. Take responsibility.
That's right.
Yeah. When I'm bored, I call Best Western Motels, and when they answer Best Western, I say True Grit with John Wayne, then hang up.
Oh my gosh.
I don't think that's
Wow.
my favorite. That's not the best.
No,
Western,
it's not. Yeah,
No.
but don't try that at home.
No,
please.
it's,
It's not really procrastination if I have no intention of ever doing it. Technically, that's true.
That's true.
That's true. Yeah.
Join the 3-day challenge. No alcohol on February 29, 30, and 31.
Oh my gosh.
I'm in.
Jeez.
I'm in.
That's good.
Yep. Be the reason someone smiles today, or the reason they drink, whatever works. Okay, and now we end with a groaner.
Okay.
Uh-oh, I like the groaners.
Yep. When women get a certain age, they start accumulating dogs. This is known as mini paws.
Oh my gosh.
I don't think that's actually true.
Wow.
Oh, I like that one.
Oh, Ken.
Many paws, huh?
Oh.
I don't think that's right, but
You don't think it's right?
no.
No? Okay. Probably isn't. I'll have to go home and ask my wife about that one. See if she-
Yeah, you ask her. Oh.
Okay, what
Okay,
we got left, Lisa?
we're down to the trivia question.
Yeah, yes.
So the question, in 1926, Route 66 was created, and it ran between which two cities? So, audience? Okay, so the answer is Chicago and Los Angeles.
Oh.
So, absolutely, our studio, our audience knew it. So, very good. The winner today is Jim Kalaki.
Jim Kalaki.
Oh,
Yep.
very
Very
nice.
good, Jim.
Very nice.
Oh, so congratulations. We'll make sure the bottle gets to you.
Full.
Full,
yeah,
a
it'll
full
be full.
bottle. Yes. Make sure it's not tampered with.
That's right. This is a 1926 Argentinian wine.
Oh,
That was a good one. Route 66.
Yeah.
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 Yep. Yep.
I wonder how
So,
many of our residents have actually ever been on Route 66?
I don't know.
Kind of interesting to know that, wouldn't it?
How about the audience?
You all
Route
been on Route
66.
66 before?
Anybody been on it?
No.
Yeah.
We have one. It's been
We have
on-
one. Yep.
Okay. One of the
Very
three.
good.
One of the three. Well,
Okay.
wow, another show.
Yes.
Another show.
Yep. First one of the year.
First one of the year.
I think we have 2 scheduled for next month. So,
I think we do too.
Yep.
So, yeah. I know one of the things we'll probably be talking about next month is that we're going to be starting an annual survey process for residents. So I'll talk more about that next month as that becomes a little clearer as to exactly how we're going to be doing that.
sure.
It'll be a little different than what we've done in the past. So, but we feel like it's time, again, to probably start that process. And so, actually, we'll be doing an annual survey process with the residents, and then this year, we're also going to be doing a survey process with our staff as well. So, kind of try and get a little feedback
Right.
from folks.
I do informal surveys all
you?
the time.
Do you?
Yeah, and based upon my informal surveys with female spouses here, there's some guys around here that need to do the Valentine's dinner. I'm just telling you. Yeah.
So you're
Yeah,
giving
yeah,
them
yeah.
a warning
Yes,
that,
yeah, guys, come on, step it up. Step
Yep.
it up.
yep, take your spouse to a nice meal and a
Yes.
nice experience.
Yes, covers
Okay.
a multitude of sins, as they
Okay,
say.
very good. And how long should that last you for?
Oh, I don't know. It doesn't last all year. From experience, I know that. Every little bit helps.
Okay,
though.
buys you a little grace.
Yes, yes.
You know, speaking of that 5-course Italian wine dinner sounds like it's going to be really good up at the clubhouse.
It does.
Yep.
Yes.
So we've been,
Yep.
Lisa and I have been talking about it, and if not enough
We hope
residents
there's
sign up,
openings.
we're going to bring our spouses
Yep.
and go to that one. I think that would be fun to do. That'd be really good. So, all right, I'm just trying to think if there's anything else that we haven't shared that we need to, and nothing's coming to mind at this point. I think we kind of shared everything there is,
Yep.
but you know, it's end of January, getting close to February.
Yeah, yep.
Before we know it, it'll be spring.
I know.
I'm so excited. I'm not a cold
Me
weather
too.
fan.
Yep.
I'm ready for cold weather to be already. And Scooter and I have this pact that we're okay with spring starting on January 2nd. There's just something about that we're good with that. So, but it'll be here soon enough. Don't want to wish that away. But
Yep.
we hope you all have a great afternoon. It's beautiful. It's going to be raining tomorrow. So
Right.
is what we
So
hear.
enjoy the sun today.
So enjoy the sunshine out
Yes.
today if you can.
Yeah.
And thanks for tuning in and watching us. And like Lisa said, we'll be back a couple times next month to try and entertain you a little bit. Right, Ken?
Absolutely.
Absolutely. As long as we got Ken here, we're going to entertain you, which will be good. And just appreciate you all watching. And just really just appreciate, you know, our residents here. And, you know, it's a great place to be. It really is. Riverland's a great place to be. And residents make it really fun to be here. I know I can speak from as a
Absolutely.
staff member.
Yes.
Residents really, it's a lot of fun to be with the residents here. So it's one big family. So thank you again. We love you. We'll see you soon.
Clear.